Oh, how long have you guys been there? Oh, it was getting hot out in that mesa, so I thought I would go and do some end raiding. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I do fancy myself a bit of an end pirate. And, but instead of chitter chattering, let me just grab up this loot real quick, and I'll go and give you guys an intro for today's episode of Dynasty SMP. I hope you guys are excited, because I am every time. Hit that like and subscribe if you like what you see, and that will make me happy, and I'll keep making content. This is episode 6, season 2 of Dynasty, A Pirate's Life. In today's episode, we're going to go over some of the etiquettes of end raiding, and we're going to go over my really sloppy but efficient way of getting the best enchantments you need for end raiding, and we're going to hang out with my friend Crazy Chris Craft. Let's go. Enjoy the show, guys.
Go in there. In order to shuffle the villagers, you just break like the 6 freaking things. There's lots of villagers that don't even have stands. I just fed them and threw beds in like crazy. Like,
Gotcha.
so my system is you shuffle villagers like 10 at a time. Like if you want a certain enchantment, you make 10 tables for it, and then you like pick the one that's got it. So over here, the trapped ones have been cured. So this is where you get your emeralds from. But some of them might have other villagers that get in it that's not trapped ones. They just got in it as babies because like, it's not the best system. That's why I said we got to move the trade hall. This is just the breeder and like get the enchantments we want place. You know what I mean? But it turned into like the fact that the iron golems don't spawn in this made me really happy because I didn't even do that on purpose. They're just all spawning outside of it. I think it's because the ones near the edges of the bed are making them spawn outside of the stuff. And there's mobs outside of it, so. And you should see my curing system. It's not even it's so high tech. So I come over here and I break a couple blocks out of the wall so the zombie can jump in and kill, and then you just kill a zombie. But since it wasn't working, that's how I found out that it was spawning iron golem. And I was like, oh, sweet. I mean, I wasn't thinking that at first, but yeah, this is how I early game villagers almost always, like, because I want to get the enchantments that I need to end raid you.
So, what do you say we head on over to the cave spider spawner, aka the spider temple, so you can get some XP and enchant some of that gear or combine it. So then Crazy Chris Craft and I headed to the spider temple.
But yeah, I call it the spider temple. Up until I told you about it in chat, I've only called it that in my head, but I plan on like...
Hey, I mean, if it's the spider temple, it's the spider temple.
So I plan on like, when I build builds, I do like the texture and kind of as I go, like I like to get it up first and then start to texture it, you know? And I don't know, I have spent a little time here, you can tell, because otherwise it would just be solid sandstone still. I've like tried out trimming it this way. I'm thinking I'm going to take part of that out though. And I don't know. It's going to change a lot. You'll see. It always does. But yeah, just over there is where I'm going to build a couple ugly farms in the sky.
Ugly farms in the sky?
I think all freaking farms in Minecraft look ugly. It's why I was like, about multiplayer, I was like, man, I got a base far away from people because all I like to build is farms. I don't like to build houses. It was only like a few years ago that I just like started building to build. A couple years ago, probably. Oh, you need this XP.
Area behind my base. So like we're surrounding the water, right? That little pond area in the middle of the mesa.
Yeah.
Behind me is like a giant jungle area, and there's this really amazing mountain back there that's got like freaking emeralds all over it.
Dude, I just heard a
and I definitely want that area. And then there's the mountain. I want to bring back the Jaghead, but I think I want to do it in copper this time.
Yeah, I got a lot of copper, dude. You see it all curing up there?
I seen that. Yeah, and I have a crap ton underneath my base. I have also another gigantic cave under me.
So that was also in my plans when I wanted to come to a mesa is because like these guys are good that we play with, and I always feel behind them. Like I always feel like I'm so far behind, and I was like, caving in a mesa, you get like 2 hours worth of mining for gold and copper and things like that, like in 1 hour's time usually. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, the resources are.
All right. Now that we're back at the end rating, of course, let's go over one of the most important rules. Mark your territory. We do this for 2 reasons. To prevent other end raisers from possibly landing and stealing the loot. And the second reason is if you die, your loot will be laying on the ground and they might find it. And look at this. I died twice in the same spot. But since I marked my territory, the other end raiders, they flew right past. They didn't know that there was 2 sets of enchanted elytra, 2 looting swords, and 2 infinity bows on the ground over here. I didn't get all of it, only most of it. But I flew back out here the second time to get it. I died twice in the same spot. Some of that gear was there for over a week, but because I marked my territory. Rule number 2, ender chests. Put all your good stuff in your ender chest. That way if you die, you don't even have to go back to the end for it. You guys know that. You just teleport back to your base pretty much, and all your good stuff's in your ender chest. Which is going to bring us into rule number 3 in just a moment. And that is a good bow, preferably with infinity, and that will help you bring back more shulker shells and save your butt in a fight. If you can have a totem, that's good too. I would also put that as a rule. Well guys, that was episode 6. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned, like and follow, and I'll have complete lists of gear that I like to use when I end raid, and more of my rules for a successful end raid will be coming in future videos. But for now, just keep watching Dynasty, because we're having a blast over here, and if we're having fun creating it, we know you're having fun watching it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bye.